Hello, everybody, and welcome to MUSC Red Devils NCR. And we are back with the first preview of the season for the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, or as we know them as relegation favorites. But no, jokes aside, it's at Old Trafford. Action is back at Old Trafford, and we're going to discuss everything that there needs to be discussed before stepping into the late night IST game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So, just before I start the video, it's almost becoming a ritual, but it's the new season, and we'd really request all of you guys to show some love, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so as to you get notified every time we post an update about Manchester United. And बस वो हमें एक excitement, एक zeal से भर देता है because we get all of your love and we feel motivated AF. And let's begin. So, Wolverhampton Wanderers, we know Wolves have recently just changed their manager. So, एकदम सब लोग ऐसे कह रहे थे कि उनकी नाव डुबकी जा रही है डूबते जा रही है, and then they just sacked the manager and everybody was like, अब तो डूब चुकी है इनकी नाव. But I think there'll be a slight twist. Maybe not, maybe yes, maybe मैं बेवकूफ दिखूं, but Gary O'Neill for me, मतलब मजा आ गया था पिछले सालों से देख के. मतलब the Bournemouth team, which he obviously they got relegated and stuff, but for me, I guess, मतलब Bournemouth मेरे हिसाब से उसने काफी सही मैनेज की थी. Whenever he did get the time, then Scott Parker के जाने के बाद and stuff, I think he did well. I think he did absolutely fantastically well. But I also think one manager who did decent as well was the one who was sacked, which was a Lopetegui, if I'm not wrong in his pronunciation, Julian Lopetegui, whatever he is. And आप छोटा सा crest देखो Bournemouth का on Gary O'Neill's nice looking polo, I'd say. And that is that Kiwo Bournemouth ka manager tha last season. So he's obviously left it out there and now he's back to manage in the Premier League. So I think he deserves it. I think, whatever the situations are, but he's back. So more interestingly, it's Manchester United for us fans who is back, and we can't wait for for us to get into action. And यही लग रहा है कि ये new manager bounce कहीं, like we've often seen over the years भैंस की आंख, एक तो हमें ये न्यू मैनेजर बाउंस वाली चीजें मिलती हैं, मतलब बाकी क्लब्स ये वो बच जाते हैं because teams tend to be over enthusiastic, trying to prove a point. पुराने discarded players जो लोपेtegui के होंगे वो सोचेंगे it's a fresh start for them, they'll try to get into it and stuff. Although Wolves is लोपेtegui के time I would have said कि Wolves is the perfect opposition for us. अभी मरी सी हुई है and अभी आऊ नहीं कर रहा उनका Wolves, so that was better. But I don't know, man. Let's see how it pans out. And they have not done much in the market, to be honest, except lose a couple of gems, which are these two. And they've not lost the older fellow to the market. It's just to, I guess, age and disagreement that they've lost Moutinho. But this guy, wait, OG Rashford. No, but जो भी है, his celebration, he at least Rashford अगर ये करता है या ये करता है, he used to do this, and he used to only score bangers, used to Ruben Neves, but he's gone to Saudi. He is off the Wolves team. So is Moutinho, so is Raul Jimenez. He has gone to Fulham, where he had to replace Alexander Mitrovic, but apparently he's also stuck in not getting a move to Saudi itself. Neymar, all right, that's an entire discussion altogether, but कर रहा है Saudi काम कर रहा है. But yeah, anyways, jumping on to our focus, ये इनके departures रहे, which I'm pretty happy as an opponent about, but they have got a familiar face back in Matt Doherty, जो भी बोल लूं, this guy, I FPL legend, by the way, FPL absolute legend, right wing back. These wing backs, man, they just run FPL, don't they? But a great player for me. Atletico Madrid से टूट फूट के आ रहा है, Tottenham से टूट फूट के आ रहा है, but he's back. He should feel home. धक्के खा के वापस घर ही आया है. But yeah, and another strike. I guess there were two signings. It was this guy Cunha, and I think Boubacar Traore. ये Traore, Kamara, Boubacar, इन तीन नामों को सरनेम्स को shuffle करते रहो, and you will get CTMs from the African continent. I mean, I'm not sure. Boubacar Traore tha shayad. Yeah. And these two signings, they already had Cunha and Traore, but now they've made permanent. I think he is I know he's from Atletico Madrid, and that guy is from FC Metz, if I'm not wrong. from the French league. So by the way, he had been good sort out, this just like Bubakari Somare tha, and like he's of that ilk, if I'm not wrong. But according to the videos I've seen about the scouting and stuff, जो T4 IRL or Athletic वगैरह डालते हैं, according to that. But jumping onto what threats they would possess, see, honestly, I don't know. They were threatless last season, and they were looking a similar story till the time they sacked the manager. And some people said it's an even worse story, but we don't know what's going to happen. But what we can focus on and what we know a lot about is this guy, which is Eric Ten Hag, who's covered in red, blood red of Old Trafford, and he is raring to go. A great preseason. We lost a couple of games here and there. We had some unfavoring results here and there, a couple of injuries and niggles here and there as well. But overall, very satisfied. As I said, the only negative I'd pull out of the preseason is that इतना भी ज़्यादा defined playing ऐसा नहीं लग रहा कि like Arsenal, we have set in stone a playing style, and थोड़ा last season की तरह लग रहा है. But that's maybe Onana आया. He's just gonna make an instant impact. Rather the pass which is gonna go to Varane or Martinez, it's now gonna go to Dalot or AWB or maybe Luke Shaw on the other flank, and or even maybe to the wingers who are then going to attract players, which is then going to leave space for the likes of even Martinez to jump into the midfield, and obviously Casemiro, Bruno, Reingate, for them to get space faster, because once he'll shift the ball faster to the wingers or to the fullbacks, they'll attract players. They could retain the ball, or if they don't, they have a free run. If the players don't come to them, उनके पास free run, उनके पास खाली flank होगा, because ball जल्दी से switch हुई है. So either the players would have to come here and leave spaces in the middle, or they would have to leave space for these wingers and these fullbacks to run. So either way, it's a fucking win. That is what Onana does. It's yet to see. This is what he does. ये मैं बार-बार बोलता रहता हूँ. This is from Rio Ferdinand complimenting Ronaldo's volley against Atlanta or someone. I don't know. Ronaldo में नहीं जाना इतना, but anyways, he's passed now. But yeah, as I was saying, man, that's what he does Onana. But one thing which is going to be tested is Old Trafford के आगे. क्या वो अपनी जोकरी मोकरी जगलिंग चालू करेगा, क्या वो अपना सर्कस चालू करेगा, ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड स्ट्रेटफोर्ड एंड पीछे होगा और वो कोई प्लेयर उसे चार्ज कर रहा होगा, दे वुड बी मैथ्यूस कुनिया चार्जिंग हिम, pressing him, and वो जाके लॉब कर देगा कुनिया के ऊपर से और आगे जाके would he have the balls to do that? And even if he does, would he pull it off? Because sometimes he'd look a right brat by doing it. Like बहुत कटेगा उसका, बहुत गंदा, कभी ना कभी ये होना है. So that is when we need to support him. And we need to say, all right, it's a part of your game. And if you're going to give us 10 good things, then we'll take this bad thing as well. But lest it doesn't become too often. So that is that with Andre Onana. But also Andre Onana is going to be tested and is yet to be sort of, obviously there are question marks over his shot stopping abilities. And he has some very, 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 very extremely XXXXL boots to fill. And which is, I'd say number 15 ke boots to fill, which is David De Gea ke joote bhai. I mean, he had spring in those boots. He had a spring in those freaking beautiful Spanish feet of his, because bhai sahab, hasn't he saved us a humongous number of times from embarrassments, from even losing games, from just saving us games and points and winning us a couple of trophies here and there in his time at Manchester United. He's going to be really missed between the sticks, and there'll be times throughout the season I'm like, how has he let it out, but let it in. But why? I think one person who'd like Onana jisse full dosti kar raha hoga abhi to get his defensive woes sorted would be this guy, Carlos Casemiro. Because this guy would be so pivotal in Manchester United season. Obviously this game, but the whole season as a whole in protecting that midfield ka area and letting oppositions not pass through it, because he's a dictator in that 30%, 35% of the field. He owns that grass. I hope referees have fucking eyes this time and bakwas nahi karenge पिछले साल की तरह, and they're not disappoint us by suspending him for 7-8 games like they did last season. Not fucking gonna happen, I hope. And he owns that midfield. He's gonna be very important. See, it's the first game of the season. We've not seen what we have done in a competitive match as of yet, क्योंकि अभी तक हुआ ही नहीं है. So even अगर हम कम्युनिटी शील्ड में होता है, वो भी एक फ्रेंडली कैटेगराइज होता है. बट एनीवेज, so these are the few key points जो मतलब चलते रहेंगे. I mean, you know, there'll be some discussions about who's going to start, who's going to not. But before that, it's going to be a very big game for this guy who's been named as the permanent capitano for Manchester United, who is Bruno freaking beautiful, magnifico, magician Fernandes. Bruno. He came from Sporting like Cristiano. That's for him. That is for him because भाई क्या बंदा है यार. मतलब इस बंदे को, like, I just absolutely adore him. I said पहले भी United इतनी पसंद है कि you can't get stuck on one player, but I'm in love with him, man. Kya player hai. What a signing he's been. And he's in that De Gea category wherein agar ye nahi hota, pata nahi hum kahan hote wala scene. And he, yes, sab chhod do bhai, iska work wala scene, bhai. The number of games he plays, the distance he covers in every game. Yes, there is the order, abbe yaar kya kar raha hai, abbe yaar ye pass nahi hai, chal dafa, and stuff like that, throwing of hands around. But that is purely born out of passion and absolute tenacity and aggressiveness. And wo Kohli wala scene ki I want to play for this fucking club, and that is what Bruno freaking Fernandes gives you. And now he's the captain. It's like uske liye kuch change hoga, maybe not, because he's already so pumped up. He was already captain for most part, but being the permanent, proper captain ab tum hi ban chuke ho wala scene, it's obviously a very 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 big thing for any player. So it's going to be very huge as a player, as a captain, as a player. To hai hai. Maybe we see him in a deeper role this time, controlling the tempo of the game and stuff like that. By the way, on the half turn, या एकदम रोलिंग बॉल आ रही है और वो सीधा डाल रहा है, या बॉल डालना ऑन द हाफ टर्न, ही इज डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ दैट. गर्नाचो एंड रैशफोर्ड में हमने देखा था लास्ट गेम, आई गेस लेंस के साथ था, या wherever they played, I don't remember, was it Lens or was it Borussia Dortmund, मतलब जिसके साथ हमारी फर्स्ट टीम खेली थी. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, my point was that they were, मतलब that those deliveries to Marcus Rashford and Garnacho, first time balls rolling आ रही है सीधा boom, half turn पे boom, ball डाल दी सीधा space में. So that's going to be very very important for a transitioning team, not from गंदी to अच्छी, as a transitionally strong team, क्योंकि हम transition पे बहुत खेलते हैं. So उस टीम के लिए काफी important होता है. As far as the starting XI and stuff is, concerned, I don't really have much to say because most of them pick themselves. It'll be, Andre Onana in goal, as we've discussed. The couple of centre backs would pick themselves. The left back would pick himself. Then there'll be a right back situation wherein who's going to start, who's going to not. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be these two gentlemen right here on your screens. Both beautiful players, both great players for us. But I think starting the season off, I think it'll be Dallo. If not, he's injured, which I don't recall much. Maybe he's injured. I don't remember properly. Tyrell Malacia, though, for sure injured. Because he didn't participate in the preseason as well. And I feel bad for him because we already thoda undercut, undertone में चल रहा था. But let's see how he's going to cope with that. But these two, if I'm not sure about, I'm not sure about Dallo injured है नहीं. If he's not, पता नहीं मेरे दिमाग में क्यों. If he's not, I think he'll be the one who's going to start the game. It's going to be Wolves. It's going to be at Old Trafford. We're going to dominate. We're going to, be there. Oh, he scored that wonder goal. Was it against Dortmund? So I don't think he's injured. Damn, mera dimag. Kya goal marta usne. So I think he'll be the one who'll start there. So that is one discussion. Then it's obviously going to be Carlos Casemiro. Then the other point of discussion, because Bruno Fernandes is going to be there in the number 10/8 role, but 10/8 role ke liye ek aur jagah bachti hai, which these two में से कोई gentleman would maybe take up. Although we have seen many managers before, and obviously Ten Hag as well, sometimes shifting Bruno onto the wings. Even Mount can play there, so can Eriksen, but most probably it's Bruno Fernandes who shifts on the wings. So it could actually be Mount as well as Eriksen, with Rashford up top and Garnacho, or maybe Sancho on the left and Rashford up top. Who knows? Because if he feels that he only wants to have two wingers right now, one playing as a striker, which will be Marcus freaking Rashford, because there is no striker for us. Martial is not going to be there. Oilun is not going to be there. So Rashford's going to be on the the striking role. And if he doesn't want to play Sancho, then it's going to be maybe Bruno Fernandes there or someone there, or maybe he doesn't want to play Anthony. Then Sancho's going to be on the left, Rashford striker, and maybe Bruno on the right with Carlos Casemiro. I don't know why I keep calling him. Carlos Casemiro, but anyways, Casemiro and Eriksen and Mount, both of them playing together. But that is that, and that's going to be the lineup. I don't know much about Wolves, to be honest. I would have to take a look of the squad and maybe take a predicted XI for them. But that's also going to be a stretch because I've not seen much of them. All I know is Boubacar Traore. If that's the guy, I think he'll be the one who'll be in. And then they'll, because obviously they've gone through a manager change, so that would be unfair. To कैसे भैया हम भगवान के रूप में नहीं, so that I'll be able to guess. But yeah, I think Cunha will be the one to look out for. Then there's Kiana Hoiver, who they sent out on loan. I guess, I'm not sure. I really rated him a couple of seasons पहले जो मेरे को देखा था जब वो. So I really rated them. But I do think उसको वापस loan पे भेज दिया है. They have Ait Nouri. They have Maximilian Kilman, who I think has signed a long-term contract with them. I don't know why he's done that, but fair play to him. God bless him. All the best to him. But yeah, man. Diego Costa bhi tha unke team mein, and he's gone back to the Brazilian league. He just thought, nah, nahi ho pa raha Premier League mein. Itna थोड़े कम पैसे ले लेंगे, but rest ज़्यादा होगा, goal भी एक आध ज़्यादा ही मिल जाएगा. But yeah, that is that for the preview. Quickly rounding it off with the prediction, I think it'll be 3-2. 2-0. Yeah, I'd say 2-0. I'd say 2-0 will be a clean sheet to start off with, and we'll score 2 freaking goals. I hope my prediction is wrong and we score 8 and we don't concede even 0, even nothing. Kuch nahi, koi shot on target. Let's see, but that is all fan fiction going on here. But thank you so much to everyone who joined in. Thank you so much to aap log yahan tak tuned in rahe. But again, it's going to be a small request. Like this video because you've been in this video till here, and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to be back with the review of the game Wolverhampton Wanderers, which will be at Old Trafford, obviously against Manchester United. So that would be interesting to see with the player ratings and stuff. We have a lot of new things and new properties and new sort of match settings for you guys to witness this season. It'll be getting all interesting and stuff as we keep moving deep into the season. So stay tuned with us, and thank you so much to everyone who joined in. Keep supporting Manchester United. Let's win this game, the first game of the season. GGMU, take care, and I'll speak to you guys in a bit.